Mandalorian, the official trailer drops. Now, of course, we know this series will actually drop with the Disney Plus release on November 12th. But it's about a minute and a half that we got here. And you're looking at the poster right now on your screen. And, to be honest, it's simple. It's subtle. It feels like a series poster. To me, it doesn't have the grandiose of like a saga film. But, we're talking about two different things.
I don't think it needs that. I think simple is good.
I love that sun behind our Mandalorian and his ship off in the distance.
So it's very much a Western vibe. I personally was really excited. This is currently my screensaver on my computer now, obviously. But what really made me happy was, like at Celebration, I got that exclusive poster from being in the panel, which is sitting up on the wall. And that's a whole different, poster. So I was glad that this wasn't something that was just kind of being released out to the public, so I have something a little bit more unique on the wall, and then this wonderful thing to look at on my PC. So
I am so hyped about this show, and the poster does a really nice job of setting the tone, like you mentioned. It's that Western, it's that gunslinger. Something we see in that trailer, is that like iconic shot that we're starting to get in a lot of Star Wars, where it's like the tight of the holster gun with the foe off in the distance. We got that in Solo, you might remember, and people were like, well, that's a cliche shot. Well, it was a cool shot, and it's here in this show as well. And there are so many things that we could talk about this, and of course, we want to have this conversation with you, so make sure you're letting us know in the comment section. We're doing this live on YouTube, in the live chat. Let us know what you like from the trailer. But guys, what do you think? We got Jordan with us. Why don't we cue up the trailer itself, and let's we'll have the volume kind of lower, but the three of us can kind of commentate on that trailer as it plays out. And you at home, if you want to, well, you're going to see it on your screen. So be sure you comment down below. But let's watch this trailer together and just talk about what we like, what would we not?
What is there not to like?
Anything that starts out with like helmets impaled on sticks just gets me going right off the bat.
This was such a great first shot. I love this. Yeah, and the blood on that helmet.
Oh
there.
Man, yeah.
The music.
Music
great.
Nailed it.
I love the brass there, the French horns.
There's kind of a classic shot that we see in a lot of trailers for Star Wars with the ship going over the forest.
Big cityscapes, yeah. That kind of feels like it's out of a video game. That's not a bad thing, but it's the engine.
They said that they actually utilized the Unreal Engine for some of the visuals.
Oh, and it's Chubbs from Happy Gilmore.
I love this.
I'm
gonna kick some ass, but first I need this door to drop.
Oh, and a little Twi'lek, that's fun.
Oh, girl. Oh, she's my crush. That is a sexy lady.
We get Death Troopers. That made me really happy.
Who's in charge of the Death Troopers now, though?
I'm assuming that guy.
Well, because weren't they supposed to be just Krennic's doers? ATST?
I mean, it really doesn't look like they cheaped out on the production value at
Oh,
all.
no. That's
IG-88.
sweet. No, it's IG-11.
Well, that's disappointing.
It's a complicated profession.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love this. Watch it. Boom.
Oh,
and
my
then he gets
gosh,
cut in half
so
by the
good.
door.
Uh-huh.
Some carbonite. And
Do you agree?
oh, the Mandalorian.
And then the cloak coming off the title is fantastic.
And that's the end of the trailer there. And Jordan, thanks again for queuing that up. And now that we're back on camera, you can tell we are sweating now. That was I love the ability to. God bless you, Jordan.
I'm frequently to the point where the more I watch movie trailers and TV trailers for things that are coming out, I feel like less is more. And I feel like they did a really good job teasing this without talking over the entire thing, without
like us.
giving away the plot. I mean, we still don't know what the show's about, but it looks really badass.
One of the reoccurring things that I saw over Twitter and all the various different YouTube reactions, where people were some of them were actually complaining that you actually don't hear the Mandalorian speaking. There's not actually a lot of dialogue, minus Herner, kind of over the top of everything there. Mm-hmm. And people were I'm like, no, that's perfect, because like you said, it's as simple as better. Right. Like you're adding to that fuel on the fire that you want people curious, and I think,
David,
I think they've done it.
You and I were talking about this the other day with Tarantino's new flick, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And Tarantino's by and large not my favorite director. I respect what he does, but just they don't strike me. But I went and saw that movie with you because I saw the trailer, had no idea what it was about, so it piqued my interest.
Right.
So I'm okay that they left things relatively vague.
Yeah.
What I enjoy about this is the scale of this series. You know, you made the comment about it very early on when we saw that first landscape, and I'm such a big fan of terrain shots in Star Wars because it's that world building that George Lucas did so well with. And that was a focus of the prequels. We go back to whether it was Phantom Menace and you're cruising on Naboo for the first time, or Geonosis and Attack the Clones, or seeing just the vastness of Mustafar and all its volcanic activity, is that's like just an aesthetic of the world.
Yeah.
And so we're seeing that here in this trailer, whether it's this foresty planet that we saw, whether it's that desert, that cracked surface planet, but just in the streets where you see IG-11 blasting all those people up, or you know, you can list a few more examples from that 1.5-minute trailer, but the scale of it doesn't feel like it's on a soundstage. This feels massive, and this is the advantage of having Disney Plus, right?
Yeah.
We talked about the opportunities that the storytellers would have getting these directors to write these big stories, these limited series. We don't know how long The Mandalorian is going to go. I believe the last rumor was that, you know, obviously season 1 is done and season 2 is already in development.
Yeah.
But we don't know what limited series really means in this streaming age anymore. It's really until it's successful or they just deem the story to be over with. But there's so much. What excites me, honestly, guys, I mean, everything. I mean, how does not everything
How can you not be excited? Yeah.
But that one scene where you're seeing the Mandalorian in spacesuit and he's getting pursued by that TIE fighter, I'm thinking to myself, like, my God, like, it just reminds me of how much I've missed space battle, space activity in Star Wars. And I'm not slamming anything with that comment. It's just something that I've always loved. Like, how fun is it when you go back and watch Return of the Jedi, right? And you're experiencing that space battle, and it's like the most intense thing when you only think of like the original trilogy. Like that battle is so much more intense than what we got in the first movie, and it's so much fun. And we haven't had like those dogfights and that space battle really in the newer movies. So it's really exciting to see that. You know, they prioritize that. They put that in that first 1.5 to tell you this is a space. This is an adventure that is going to take us, you know, planet side, but we're also going to be exploring space as well.
Land, air, and sea.
Here's my question: How many Carbonite slabs there at the end of that? There's a lot of bounties he's collected.
It looked like there was maybe 4 in the front part of that, though. I mean, I really I can't tell you how many times I watched this trailer and then paused it, went back, watched, you know, segments of it. I'm almost certain that in that very front slab of Carbonite is a alien species, a Davaronian, also known as the Devil Man. You see the Devil Man in the Cantina in A New Hope.
Okay.
Interesting enough, with the Celebration sneak peek, there was a Davaronian kind of scene, you know, in that. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. Plus, I mean, Carbonite obviously apparently it's really kind of taken the galaxy by storm because, you know, you put Han in it, everybody's doing it now. So
well, and that's something that I am kind of excited about this, you know, Underworld exploration with this series is I think Carbonite was probably a more explored, like it was a practice, like they use it for
more
cargo,
established, yeah.
But yeah, I think it's kind of cool to see. Okay, well, is this like an Imperial practice or? Were bounty hunters able to get, like, where else are there freezing chambers in the galaxy? I don't know. Like, those are the things that really interest me. That way of life, that protocol for the bounty hunters, and that's what I think we're going to explore.
Yeah.
Not just seeing the Mandalorian, but you see an IG-11. It'd be interesting. Like, I don't know. I think of like Bosk. Like, I can't remember, but is Bosk dead at this timeline? If not, throw him in there. We know Aura Singh is dead because Beckett killed her.
Yep.
We established that in Solo, but I think there's an opportunity here where we might see some familiar faces from that iconic scene in Empire Strikes Back. That would be really exciting.
Really neat.
And it doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, they have to have a large part in the story.
No,
I'm okay with like a cameo kind of thing, you know.
Absolutely.
No, I mean, there's a lot of things in this trailer. I mean, you know, a lot of rumors going out there. I'm not really sure what the forest planet. You know, if that's maybe, I don't know, Endor or something completely new. I like to think that we're probably going to see Tatooine, that it's shot where the ship is flying over, you know, like a desert planet. My personal theory is that that's Tatooine, that's maybe the Dune Sea or Beggar's Canyon, which is referenced in a lot of the like the old books, Shadows of the Empire, for example.
And you know what? Normally I'd say that doesn't make sense because Tatooine's out in the Outer Rim, but for this it totally makes sense.
It makes sense because this is supposed to be
the Outer Rim.
And then the other planet, kind of looks like there's a volcanic rock and like gravel, and it's steamy, and that automatically made me think of Solist. Which, if you don't know what that is, go fire up Battlefront 2015. You'll get a very nice, look at that.
But isn't that like a fun aspect too? I mean,
it's that world building aspect.
The world building,
again,
and you're getting more species. I'm just having brain fart. You mentioned we're also getting the Mon Calamari species in here, right?
Yeah, the Weequays. So that last shot where you see the guy getting cut in half, that's just a phenomenal like scene, because he grapples, with the his wrist weapon,
right,
which is on his right, and
then cable or whatever it is,
pulls him in, attaches the cable to his left side, and then draws his blaster pistol from his right to shoot the control panel.
It is the smoothest thing. Also, props to Pedro Pascal for doing that, because that is the smoothest gunslinging pose motion I've ever seen. And the fact that he slices that dude in half with that door, like that's what's going to happen.
I've always wanted this kind of Star Wars. I get there's like those happy moments and those like fantastic moments that's going to intrigue, a small child's, mind. But I mean, let's face it. I mean, since we've been kids, like what have we always thought stood out to us from A New Hope? That cantina scene, wretched hive of scum and villainy. And that's something. We get it. Well, now we're getting it, and it's fantastic.
We can't have that argument, I think, anymore about how this Star Wars isn't for me. I don't think we ever promoted that here on this show. But when you think about Star Wars Resistance, and we would have conversations about this isn't Star Wars for us. This is targeting the kids, and that's fine. Like everybody gets their slice of the pie.
I think this is for us.
This is for us.
This is the fan service.
I still see this as for everybody. I actually don't think we're going to actually probably see like nothing as graphic as like maybe Game of Thrones or something, even with that door scene. It's insinuated what happens, to that bounty.
I don't know. I think that we might get it. We've seen limbs cut off in the movies before. Why not an upper torso?
If we do, I'm fine with it, but if we don't, I'm still going to be fine with it.
Now, here's my thing. This conversation has been very positive. We've been gushing about what we love in this trailer. There's nothing we dislike. The live chat it's just blowing up right now. We're going to dive in live chat here in a moment. So keep those comments coming.
Keep them coming.
If you got to take about this trailer or just The Mandalorian in general, now is the time to get in the live chat. But David, I want to come and talk to you because now we have a technicality we have to talk about.
Is it the IG-88? It's apparently an IG-11 because that's still heartbreaking.
No, that's just because you're uneducated. What we're talking about here is the fact that Jon Favreau himself, the creator, creator 0.20, because he will change Star Wars storytelling forever, I think, with this series. He came out at D23 and said that this is going to drop the day that Disney Plus drops, November 12th.
Good.
1 episode a week.
100% okay with it.
Me too.
It gives me something to look forward to at the end of the week.
Me too. It gives us a week for suspense and to guess, to speculate what did this mean? Where is this going? How does this character play into it? But David is like the Uber binger.
The moment I heard that announcement was the moment I started thinking, how is David going to bust me over this one? Because you come from the TV world. You like that week-by-week release. You can talk about it. You can get excited for the next one. And I am 100% not behind that notion.
It's like foreplay, just like a little tease, a little prep.
I understand it. I completely understand why you do it, because you want people to keep subscribing, people coming back. But I have a DC Universe subscription, and I subscribe every third month for 1 month, so I can watch the entire program, and then I unsubscribe. And they're losing money on me because of that. But I also don't want to pay, $2 like for DC Universe, which is great. Great content. Doom Patrol was phenomenal. Titans was phenomenal. But if they're releasing an hour of content per week, whether that's 3 episodes of Young Justice or an episode of their live show, I'm paying basically $2 a week for content in my $8 a month subscription. And that is too much money that I don't want to spend as a broke-ass millennial.
Well, let's think about this, though, David, because we've learned that they are going to bundle Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN.
And I am not going to buy that package. I'm going to take the cheaper package, which is just the Disney Plus, because I don't want Hulu and I don't want the ESPN Plus.
But what do you think about that bundle? Because we had a conversation on the show last season about the concern with Disney Plus, where it's just one more streaming service.
Yeah.
And it seemed like it was getting to the point where you couldn't feasibly have all these streaming services. You might as well just go back to cable. But now you have this opportunity to bundle all these. $13 for me, for example, that 3 stream bundle is perfect for me. And $13 is outrageously competitive with Netflix.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I can keep both. And yeah, it's nice that you have that option, I guess, as the user, just to have the Disney Plus. That is a streaming service, though. I know you. You're not going to unsubscribe. There's always going to be content there for you to consume. You can't tell me that you're
on Disney Plus.
Yes.
Since the thing that still has me excited about the Disney Plus is that they've said they're getting rid of the Disney Vault and they're throwing everything from the Disney catalog.
Yes.
So to me, that is 100% worth paying month by month, so I can watch a lot of those things that come from my childhood, from my nostalgia. 100% of that is absolutely worthwhile. Now, for you, I can understand why the ESPN would be worth it, because you get your golf, you get your other
sports.
Those things.
Sports is the word. For $200, Alex.
Yeah, so you get those things. So I can get that. Now, you mentioned something about Netflix to me. Depending on what Netflix does, if they're losing a lot of their NBC shows, and if they're losing all of their Disney content, and if they're not going to be able to continue putting out their own original content, this may be the axe for me on getting rid of Netflix and just keeping Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, but I do that for the shipping, and then occasionally the DC Universe.
Hey, just so you know, you're getting raked over the coals right now for your millennial comment. Yeah. Nemesis Prime is like cough, get a better job, cough. He has a better job. He travels too much. That's the problem. What he doesn't tell you is he's a spoiled millennial. We have Pete Fletcher being like, just skip on the Starbucks. With him, I just skip on the pizzas. All right. Let's see what else we got.
Wow.
I have not eaten pizza in Quincy. I think I've had pizza once in Quincy since Emo's shut down and moved.
Oh, that was such a sad day.
You know, but
The St. Louis Square beyond compare.
Yeah.
I want to dive into the live chat real quick because
Pete's giving me trouble.
Pete's giving you trouble. You know what's so funny is right before we came on air, we were talking about Pete and how we want to have him back on the show.
And how changed my mind.
We owe him a lot. Like we need to talk more about it, about his book. We need to finish that project up. And now that we have the setup to do it, we can do it really well. And then Pete just craps on you. That was great.
Thanks, Pete. Love you too, Peanut.
That was special. Let's go into the live chat, and everyone is just really excited. Pete says, for example, Death Troopers doing their Rogue One thing was a shocking surprise. Absolutely, and that kind of goes to my point that I really thought that they were at the command and service of Krennic. So I guess Death Troopers, or there's more of them, and they're throughout the galaxy.
Yeah,
I thought they were like a Secret Service type of thing just for him. So that's really cool to see how that will be explored. A really cool thing that was at D23 too was they were showcasing the different like trooper costumes over the run of the series, and that was really cool to see. And they had these here. They had the Jet Troopers there. The Jet Troopers are freaking sweet from Rise of Skywalker. We'll talk about that in just a bit. But I want to hit some more of these comments. Basically, everyone is just like saying like, just super excited to be here. Pete saying he wouldn't miss BTBD. Alderaan Broadcast Network is with us. Holy cow, a ton of people I know. So yeah, the live chat is just really bumping. Rural Farm Boy is a huge supporter of Beyond the Blast Doors, and he's just tearing it up as well. 2Med2 says, and that new Twi'lek, I forgot her name. So they're trying to sort out who she. Natalia Tena is the actress's name.
Yeah.
But she's from Game of Thrones. I'm not usually into like being like like female species in Star Wars are like attractive. But like there is something about the Twi'lek that is sexual.
You aren't.
You know,
there is something that's sexual. Like there's like appealing.
Now you can find the Celebration sneak peek and everything that was on there. I was actually really worried leading up to this trailer. Like, are they just going to show that? Am I just going to see a lot of repeat scenes? Yeah. So I was really happy not that it like there was a few things that were familiar, but for the most part this was all new even for me.
Well, I think one of the benefits of doing a TV program over a 2-hour movie is that you get 8-10 hours worth of content that you can pull from for your trailer, for your promotion, and to give us as fans the enjoyment and satisfaction of watching, as opposed to just being over in 2 hours.
There is a lot more comments. I'm trying to catch up. There's some speculation in here that maybe our blue Twi'lek friend is Sabine's mom, Urso Wren, or a member of the clan. I don't think that works out timeline-wise, but I could be wrong. Then we get back into the assault about Gilbert being a shitty millennial. I'm sorry, we don't swear on the show. That was bad form.
Yeah, watch your mouth.
Marie Wilson, really excited. It looks like that the Disney Vault is going to unlock because she's like Lady and the Tramp.
We get to talk to her in a little bit, don't we?
We get to talk to her.
That's exciting.
Marie Wilson of Beyond the Blast Doors will join us in about 20 minutes or so. And then I'm going through Pete. Brown liquor on a Sunday. God bless. Pete Fletcher. God bless you. And then I don't think I missed anyone. We got Mr. Rez in the live chat as well, Nemesis Prime. So the live chat is a rockin'. And let's go on to whoa. To me too. She was attractive as a dirty. I don't know what that means. I can't repeat that out loud because I don't know what that means. That is what we have as far as the Mandalorian trailer and poster drop. Really excited about what we saw. Again, November 12th is when that drops.
Thank you for watching Beyond the Blast Doors. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. Beyond the Blast Doors, a Star Wars conversation.